So we want to take a look at exponents and how when you multiply them, x squared times another x to the something, you would want to be tempted to multiply because that's what you do with the exponents. And really you're going to add them, x to the 2 plus 4. Okay, and the reason we do that is because what each one means. The first x means x times x, okay, and we're multiplying, so it's times. The other x is 4 times, it's saying multiply it 4 times. And so, how many times are you multiplying? It is 6. So how do we get 6? Well, 4 plus 2. There were 4 we multiplied times the other 2. So that's why when you have exponents like x to the a times x to the b, you can do this when the bases are the same, they're both x. We put x and then add the bases. And the more times you practice, then you remember. And then the other one would be to do this with multiplying. So you can go back and freeze the screen if you need to. When you multiply an exponent to another exponent, why do you multiply? Well, what this means is x squared, okay, times itself 3 times, because remember an exponent means we multiply it times itself. So x squared times x squared times x squared. So how many times do you have that? Or what does that mean? Let's do what we just did previously. It means x times x, and then times, then the other 2, times the other 2. So what's really happening here is when we do this, we have x squared 3 times, which is x times x 3 times. X times x is a pair, so 3 pairs makes 6. So that's why we multiply 2 times 3. So we get x to the 6th. So when you have the same base, x to the something times itself, or to the exponent, I'm sorry. Okay, an exponent to an exponent, the rule is we multiply a times b. And that's because that's what's happening there. Something to keep in mind and remember is when you have exponents times the ones that are different bases, you cannot combine them or work with them. So we're going to combine the x's because they're the same. What it means is x times x, and everything's times y to the third, and then x 4 times. So how many times are we multiplying x? Well, just check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you forget that it's to add these, then at least you'll still get it right. You'll know what you're doing, like on a test, let's say. And the y to the third, we have to leave by itself because we couldn't combine it with a different base. So it's a quick review of multiplying exponents and an exponent to an exponent. And then there's the vocabulary.